previously tried to cross two British shores in small boats. Hours after the first removal under the agreement, President Trump urged the British Prime Minister to involve the military in dealing with immigration issues. From bureaus worldwide, this is FSN.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a busy Friday as we get ready for another wild weekend in sports involving the Broncos, the Lopers, of course, the Huskers. A lot of high school stuff to tell you about here this morning, so we'll get you up and get you at them here this morning with all of your news, weather, and sports that you need to get out the door here this morning. Of course, the big one, Nebraska playing a ranked opponent tomorrow, number 21 Michigan. Game will kick off at 2:30 at Memorial Stadium. You'll be able to see it on CBS. Volleyball team in action tomorrow night as they take on Arizona. The women's soccer team was in action last night on the road at Penn State. We'll tell you how they did. As we get firmly entrenched now to the college football season, we'll start talking basketball. And the men's and women's basketball teams for Nebraska had their schedules released yesterday. We'll take a peek at those. Hastings College also with a lot of activity this weekend. Football team playing host to Waldorf tomorrow out at Lloyd Wilson Field. Volleyball team hosting Midland at Lynn Farrell Arena tomorrow. And the soccer teams will be on the road playing in Sioux City against Morningside. The Nebraska Kearney volleyball team was in action last night against Truman State. Had some high school stuff last night with high school football, also some volleyball and some softball. NFL last night, Buffalo beating Miami 31-21. That sends me into round number 4 of our survivor pool. Me and several others were on Buffalo last night. It looked iffy for a while, but Buffalo comes through and it sends a handful of us into round 4 of our survivor pool. And now we can just sit back and wait for the others to fall over the weekend, as a handful of us were on Buffalo last night, and the rest of you people are on assorted teams for the weekend. So that's how our day is going to start here. Lots of football talk and lots of other talk as we get you up and get you going here this morning as we welcome in Tyson Havronic from the Western Studio.
Man, I was really hoping you would extend that invitation just 2 seconds more, hooking up the phone line, getting that baby ready to roll. People want to weigh in on the conversation today. You feel free to do so. But God, admit it. I know you're excited. I know you're excited to survive. That got a little hairy in the waning moments. I'm sure that there was some fingernails getting chewed off and some, oh my God, is Tyson right about this whole Thursday thing? Weird things happen. Dolphins driving down the field. Here's Tua with the football. And Tua does what he does best with the football, and that's throw interceptions, as the Bills are able to seal that and ultimately put the Sharpie. But admit it, there was a moment where you thought, oh shit, Tyson was right.
Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out how I was going to approach this day today, being thrown out of the survivor pool. I thought, well, am I going to continue to pick games, or am I just going to sit on the sidelines and let you do it as Survivor continues? But I live to see another week. Me and, like I said, I think there was several people on Buffalo last night, so we're all still alive. And now, like we said, we start the week with 37. We'll see what happens over the weekend with your selections. You're on Indianapolis, I know.
Yep.
You took Indianapolis. So if you want to still weigh in on who your survivor picks are today, go ahead and drop that on our social media sites. As we get going, Ryan Martin has already chimed in. An early riser today on our social media sites. Is anyone running the 5K on the runway at the Hastings Airport tomorrow? He's looking forward to it.
Starts at 8, takeoff on Saturday. The 5K on the runway at the Hastings Airport, coordinated by Hastings Parks and Rec and benefited the Hastings Airport Association. This unique event will give runners an up-close look at the local airport, all while having fun and supporting a great organization. The 5K on the runway is coming up Saturday morning.
Get started early. That's kind of a unique event. They're going to run the 5K on the runway.
Yeah. But that has a 3-letter word that I'm not excited about, which is running. I don't run a whole lot, but I know there's those who do and those who love it, and looking for unique opportunities to have a run in Hastings. This one has to be it. Getting up close and personal on the airport. Although I would be leery of like an emergency landing. This is just me. Like, this is the mentality that I go into. It's always like worst case scenario. I'm like, well, what if we're running and then a plane has to have an emergency landing?
When was the last emergency? Yeah, when was the last emergency landing that we had, if ever, at the Hastings Airport?
One. I remember one, and that was only one.
Wouldn't those planes be diverted to Grand Island?
I think it tried to leave Grand Island and didn't get very high up in the air, and then had to make a pit stop in Hastings.
Really?
Because it had gone too far and wasn't going to make it back to GI. I vaguely remember doing a story on that. I think it was an Allegiant flight.
God, that was a long, long time ago if that was the case.
Yep. But I vaguely remember that story. Anyways,
well, hopefully there won't be any situations like that tomorrow for the 5K.
I'm not putting a damper on the 5K on the runway. I think it's cool as hell that they get to open up and use our airport like that. So plus there's multiple runways now that I think about it. So they could probably find one that doesn't have runners on it.
All right, interesting development in Major League Baseball yesterday. Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw announcing that he's going to retire at the end of the season. And he makes the announcement one day before he is set to make his final regular season home start of his career at Dodger Stadium. Kershaw has collected 3 National League Cy Young Awards and MVP, 11 All-Star Game invites, and 222 regular season victories solely with the Dodgers during his 18-year career. His ERA, 2.54, is the second lowest among pitchers who accumulated at least 1,500 innings in the live ball era. That's since 1920. And his .698 career winning percentage tops all pitchers with at least 200 victories since 1900. So certainly one of the greatest pitchers all time, who's a shoe-in for the Hall of Fame. Los Angeles Dodgers pitcher Clayton Kershaw is calling it quits. In fact, tonight's appearance could be one of his final appearances on the mound.
It probably, in all likelihood, will be. You're going to go off with a home send-off, and then you're going to bring up the next guy if you're the Los Angeles Dodgers. And unless, of course, they make a postseason run. And I guess that's in the back of your mind, right? You probably bust him out at a few times in the playoffs.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying.
Yeah,
it might not be his final performance, but it's going to be the final regular season home appearance tonight for Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, and he'll get the ovation that he deserves, that a future Hall of Famer deserves, and should be a pretty magical night over at Dodger Stadium.
So that was just an announcement yesterday. Just came out of left field, so to speak. All of a sudden, bells and whistles are going off on my phone. I thought, well, what's this? Clayton Kershaw, he's retiring? Just like that? Clayton Kershaw is going to retire?
Just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
18-year career. Nothing just like that about it. No flash in the pan. He took the rock and he took the ball and got out and got you innings, got you strikeouts, got you some big, big victories throughout the course of his career. I was just looking at the standings and all the picks this week. And you guys must have had bullseye together and discussed how you were going to navigate this week, because it's all the mainstays on the show. It's all the ones that have had name mentions a time or two. The VIP passes. We got Coach Stroman, who also picked Buffalo. Little Lee, Eric Williams picking Buffalo. You, KK.
KK took Buffalo?
Well, yeah, because the IT guy took Buffalo.
Oh,
and they play together, so
yeah.
Buffalo and the IT guy both taking Buffalo. Coach Kindig taking the Bills. Ty Schleicher taking the Bills. So all the mainstays, all the people that party with the Wills were lockstep with you guys.
Well, they would probably listen to this show on Wednesday and said, hey, Mike's on Buffalo this week. Let's all pick Buffalo. So we all picked Buffalo.
You're riding a heater. You're freaking 5-1 in the last 6 games that you've picked.
Oh, I am hot, and the Blazing 5 is coming up today. I love my picks this week.
You're on a heater.
So who is everybody else on this week? I saw it yesterday.
Oh, sure.
You pulled that up.
Yep, pulled it up, closed it real quick. Amber is on Seattle. We have got, let's see, some familiar names. Colin, our good buddy Colin, he's on the Packers.
Oh, a lot of Packers in there this
Dan Consbrook's on the Packers. Curtis is on the Packers. Autumn's on the Packers. Brady's on the Packers. Green Bay is the second hottest pick. Dennis is on Seattle. So a lot of Green Bay, KC, Seattle. We got the Hack Attacks, got the Chiefs. Got Jeremiah's on the Chiefs.
A lot of Chiefs.
Just one Colt.
Yeah, you're on your island again.
I am on the island all by myself.
How's it feel? How's it feel to be on the island all by yourself?
I'll let you know Monday after the game.
All right. So all eyeballs will be on the Survivor pool. All eyeballs except for the people that were on Buffalo last night that got us into the fourth round of the Survivor pool. Again, we're vying for the grand prize that we'll be awarding. I don't think this is go the entire duration of the 18-week schedule. I just get a funny feeling. But anyway, the lone survivor is going to receive a new 55-inch TV donated by Mid-American Truck Sales of Hastings. You get a flat-top grill. Take care of your food needs. We're going to celebrate with a gift card up at the Moletta Vista Winery up in St. Paul. We're going to treat you to dinner and some drinks out at Bullseye Sports Bar and Grill of Hastings. You get the oil change from Connet Auto Care so your car doesn't blow up getting to your victory celebration. Plus, you're going to relax with that 60-minute head spa experience with KK and the crew down at Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings. That all goes to our grand prize winner of a Survivor. And again, 37 people at the beginning of the week still left in our Survivor pool. So that's
comment section. Let's get to it. Ryan saying he is starting to row towards Tyson's Thursday night pick island, meaning that Thursday is a curse and weird things happen on Thursdays. So he's getting a little bit more along the lines of let's stay away from that Thursday game, except for Thanksgiving. Like Thanksgiving's cool. Go ahead and pick the games if you're surviving into the Thanksgiving weekend. We got Don Brown saying he's picking on the Saints, but the Seahawks at home should be a win. He's picking on the Saints, but the Seahawks at home should be a win. And we got your color man, your right-hand man, Jimbo, who's checking in from Norfolk.
Yeah, he had his knee operated on yesterday.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, he had his knee operated on yesterday. And he's on the questionable list for tonight. And he's on the questionable list for tomorrow. He says he's going to be there. He says he's going to be there. We'll see how. I think he's got a rehab he's got to go to this morning, and then a final decision. It's going to be like a game-time decision for Jimbo.
Do you need like Adam Schefter?
Breaking news throughout the day.
According to my sources from inside the organization, Jim Purcell was able to put enough weight that he feels that we're going to go ahead and give it a go. Might be limited playing time, but according to my sources, you can go ahead and healthily put Jimmy into your lineup for this weekend.
I'll say Saturday, he's going to be a good bet because we got the elevator.
Yeah.
That's Lloyd Wilson Field. Tonight, he's going to be iffy. A decision will be made later in the day on whether Jimbo will be able to join me tonight for the Adams Central Holdridge game. However, waiting in the wings just in case Jimbo cannot answer the call. IT guy.
Wow.
IT guy is going to come out
Father
of
and
the pen.
son combo.
Yeah, first time I think we've ever done a game together. Father-son
That's
combo.
wild. He's great. I had him for a football game last year. He came up halfway through and picked up color commentary in the second half. I love the fact that he can break down the refs' calls.
Yeah.
He was like my Dean Blandino, you know?
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, that's what's going on, Jimbo. Therapy this morning, heading
Tomorrow
home.
looks good. He says tomorrow looks good.
Tomorrow looks good. Jimmy commenting from Norfolk. See how things go for tonight, but tomorrow things look good. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. That'll be a breaking news throughout the day, whether I have my broadcast team together for Holdridge and Adams Central tonight. Thing is trying to get Jimbo up the stairs.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
I'm
that.
not going to carry him up the stairs. He'll have to hobble his way up there somehow.
And it's going to be slick. Nah, probably best not. Just
We'll
use
get
the
him up
elevator
there.
Saturday.
We'll get you up there somehow. Anyway, we'll have more on that later on throughout the day. So how's your bug situation? A lot of people commenting on our bug discussion yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Ran into a lot of people out and about yesterday, and they want to know how our bugs are.
Well, we're talking more about mosquitoes, and
Mosquitoes.
they're still a prevalent pest. I'm finding more and more mosquito bites every day that I didn't even know existed. My whole walk to campus, that whole less than 20-second walk from my car to campus apparently attracted like another 8 mosquitoes. They're just all over the place, man, and I'm sick of it. So run these foggers. I don't care. Like, run them all day and just do a sweep of the city 8 times. Screw the butterflies.
Kill the butterflies. We had that comment yesterday. So.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, we got our Blazing 5 picks coming up at 7:30 this morning. If you'd like to chime in with us, you can. Join us here at the breakfast table, so to speak, 402-834-1330. That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line, 402-834-1330. You can leave us a message on our social media sites as well as we monitor that. The Nebraska men's basketball team, their schedule has been announced. And for the first time since 2018, the Huskers will open the conference season at home. Mark it down, December 10th. They'll play Wisconsin for their conference opener. First time since 2018 will be at home to open up the conference season. The Nebraska men going to open up the season with 2 exhibition games this year against BYU and Midland University. Their non-conference games will include games against West Georgia, Florida International, Maryland Eastern Shore, Oklahoma, Winthrop, South Carolina Upstate, Creighton, North Dakota, and New Hampshire. Plus, they're going to play in the Hall of Fame Classic down in Kansas City during the month of December. So that's what's going on for the Nebraska men. The Nebraska women will open the season with an exhibition game against Mount Marty. That's going to be on Friday, October 24th at 8 o'clock. They'll open up the regular season on Monday, November 3rd against Northwestern State. Their other non-conference opponents for the Huskers, for the women, will be against Sanford, Creighton, North Dakota State, Omaha, Illinois State, Cal Baptist, Oral Roberts, and Bradley. They'll open up the conference season on December the 6th at Penn State. So the schedules have been announced for Nebraska men, Nebraska women. How come the Nebraska women never play Hastings College in an exhibition game? The men did. They played Hastings a couple of years, several years ago.
Ooh, a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Buddy.
How time flies. How time flies. How come the Nebraska women never play Hastings College?
I was just going to ask if they ever have in the expedition game.
I don't think they have, because we'd probably beat them.
Damn, shots fired.
Well, that's because I want to play the game sometime.
Shots fired, Troy Dannon.
We'd probably
the
put up too much of a fight. I don't know if we'd beat them. We probably wouldn't beat them. We'd probably put up too much of a fight. We got to get Gina on and talk about that. I'm sure she'd like to go back and play Nebraska. She was an old Husker. She'd probably like to go back and play that game.
Sure.
Exhibition. But anyway, the women are going to play Mount Marty in an exhibition game, and the men's going to take on Midland in an exhibition game this year. So that's what's going on with the basketball teams. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning, 7:21. You're listening to Extreme Sports and Huddle Up.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The Special Olympics World's Largest Truck Convoy is coming up this Saturday. Semi-trucks will begin arriving this afternoon at the Adams County Fairgrounds. There will be kickball games with athletes, truck drivers, and law enforcement officers. There'll be food and music starting at 5:30 for all participants on the convoy, and it is open to the public. The opening ceremony for the convoy takes place at 9 a.m. tomorrow, followed by the participants and drivers getting into position, with the first semi-truck rolling out promptly at 10 a.m. The convoy will travel south on 281 from the fairgrounds to Highway 74. At the conclusion of the convoy, participants, family, and the public are invited to remain for lunch, an awards ceremony, and an auction. Meanwhile, the Nebraska State Fair in Grand Island has announced earlier this week a robust shopping experience that will await visitors at the 98th Annual Exarban Stock Show, which takes place on the Fauna Park campus from September 25th through the 28th. More than 50 carefully selected Western vendors will be offering everything from home decor to custom embroidery services, creating a shopping destination alongside the historic stock show. The event, coordinated by the Nebraska State Fair, will fill each of the Red Livestock barns and arena, and will also have food vendors shopping inside the Pinnacle Bank Expo Center. Cotton Mill Swimming Pond in Kearney has tested positive for the E. coli bacteria, this according to samples taken Monday. However, conditions are not at a high enough risk at the moment to offer a human health warning when swimming. Considering the more rapid changes in bacteria conditions, signs are not posted at these levels. There is, however, a risk of infectious disease when swimming in any recreational body of water that has even the mild symptoms for the E. coli bacteria. And don't forget, we have got 5K on the runway coming up tomorrow morning from 8 until 9:30, coordinated by Hastings Parks and Rec and benefiting the Hastings Airport Association. The unique event will give runners up close look at the airport, all while having fun and supporting a great organization. 5K on the runway from 8 until 9:30 coming up tomorrow morning, and you'll see one of our mainstays, one of our top fans, has been in the live lobby since day one. Ryan Martin is participating in the 5K on the runway. It is 7:24. We'll swing things back your way, Mike. What's going down in sports?
Well, the Nebraska football team will battle number 21 Michigan on Saturday at Memorial Stadium. Huskers will be looking for their first victory over a ranked opponent since a win over number 22 Oregon in Lincoln in 2016. The Huskers are 3-0 in the season. The Wolverines are 2-1. Kickoff will be at 2:30 on CBS. The Nebraska volleyball team will host Arizona tomorrow night at the Bob Devaney Sports Center, John Cook Arena. The Huskers are 9-0 on the season. First serve will be at 8 o'clock on BTN. The Nebraska women's soccer team fought to a 1-1 tie with Penn State last night. Huskers are now 5-0-4 on the season, 0-0-2 in the conference. They'll play at Ohio State on Sunday. Game time will be at 11. Hastings College football team will play Waldorf tomorrow at Lloyd Wilson Field. The Broncos are 1-2 in the season after dropping a 20-16 decision to Briar Cliff last week. The Warriors are 0-3 after losing to Midland 53-0. In fact, Waldorf has been outscored 128-10 so far this season. Kickoff will be at 1. Pigskin preview begins at noon on Extreme Sports. Hastings College volleyball team will entertain Midland tomorrow at Lynn Farrell Arena. First serve will be at 4:30. We'll have the match on Extreme Sports 2 beginning at about 4:15. Soccer teams will play at Morningside tomorrow. The men's game will be at 5:30 with the women to follow at 8. The Nebraska Kearney volleyball team beat Truman State last night, 25-15, 25-20, 25-17. The Lopers are now 10-0. They will play at Illinois Springfield tonight. The UNK football team will host Emporia State tomorrow. Kickoff will be at noon. High school football from last night. Grand Island Central Catholic beat Superior 50-0. Central City blanked Nebraska City 53-0. Tonight, Hastings High will play at Lincoln Northwest. St. Cecilia will battle Bishop Newman out of Duncan Field. And Adams Central plays host to Holdridge. We'll have the Patriots game for you tonight on Extreme Sports, beginning with a pregame at about 6:40 tonight. Sandy Creek will be looking to improve to 3-1 tonight. Well, they play host to Tri-County. Kickoff will be at 7. We'll have coverage on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with a pregame at about 6:45 tonight. High school volleyball from yesterday. Adams Central beat Grand Island Central Catholic 25-22, 25-22, and 25-16. The Patriots are now 8-1. High school softball from yesterday. Crete beat Adams Central 15-2. The Patriots are now 5-12. St. Cecilia, they beat Polk County and Fillmore Central in the St. Cecilia Triangular. So the Hawkins are now 15-4. Seattle defeated the Kansas City Royals 2-0 last night. Kansas City will play Toronto tonight at Kauffman Stadium beginning at 6:40. In the NFL last night, Buffalo beat Miami 31-21. That's a check in your sports headlines at 7:28 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Friday brings a chance of rain in the afternoon and evening. Other than that, mostly sunny skies and a high of 72 until then. 56 and a few more lingering showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. On Saturday, 76 with partly sunny skies, light winds as well. About the same if you're heading to Lincoln for the Nebraska-Michigan game. 58 Saturday night with a chance of a few lingering showers and storms. Then on Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 79 and 80 on Monday. That's a check of your forecast. Have a good weekend.
As you wake up, get going this morning, we've got west winds at about 5 miles per hour. It is clear. It is 52 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Fall in love with the season of savings. It's our fall sale at Bob Sass Flowers, September 15th through the 20th. 20% savings store-wide. From cozy must-haves to fresh new finds, everything you need to celebrate autumn is waiting for you. Join us September 20th for our Fall Floral Fest, celebrating 70 years of business in the Hastings community. We will have 10+ local vendors and store-wide savings. We will be open 9 to 1. Join us for a fun fall morning. Located at 2618 West 2nd Street in Hastings.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
I'm John Butler, Funeral Director and Owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
Get ready for the ultimate trivia experience with Extreme Sports Trivia. Play from anywhere at home, on the go, or at your favorite bar or restaurant. Compete live against players from all over in real time, answering questions across categories like sports, pop culture, Marvel, and more. Want to see how you stack up? Track your progress with live leaderboards and aim for the top spot. It's free, fun, and super easy to play. So what are you waiting for? Sign up today at extremesports.com trivia and start playing now. And keep an eye out. We're coming soon to a bar or restaurant near you.
Mike Wells, Science Center Vronic with you on a Friday morning, the 19th of September. Again, thanks for joining us for Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, whether you're listening to us on our website at x-streamsports.com, maybe on your smartphone with our free mobile app, maybe on the smart speaker, Roku TV, Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch. And thanks for joining us on this Friday morning. And you know what that means? 7:32 on a Friday.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning. We didn't start the fire. Goodness, your records just quitting balls of fire.
It's time for the Extreme Sports Blazing 5.
God, that's got a nice ring to it. The Blazing 5 instead of the Frozen 5. After 1 week of being the Frozen 5, we are back at it. We are the Blazing 5 this week on Extreme Sports.
That intro just needs one more little tiny addition. More chili! More chili!
I went 4-1 in my Blazing 5 last week.
Woohoo!
You went 3-2. IT guy went 2-3.
Don't matter.
So our records now, you're still out on top by a game. You're sitting at 13-7. I'm at 12-8. IT guy is sitting at 10-10. So here's my Blazing 5 picks for this week. Initially, I had the Nebraska game included in my Blazing 5, and I had the Kansas City game included in my Blazing 5.
However,
they got deleted because I had 5 other great picks. And I can only go with 5 in the Blazing 5. So here are my Blazing 5 picks for this week. I'm going to take North Carolina State getting 2.5 points at Duke.
Tread lightly, my man.
In the Big 12, I'm going to take Texas Tech getting 3 points at Utah. In the NFL this week, I'm going to take Houston getting 1.5 points at Jacksonville. I'm going to take Cincinnati without Joe Burrow.
Ooh.
I'm going to take Cincinnati getting 3 points at Minnesota.
Ooh.
I'm going to take Arizona getting 2.5 points at San Francisco. So it's an all-dog weekend for me. Texas Tech, North Carolina State, Houston, Cincinnati, Arizona. Lock them in. Take them to the bank. That is my Blazing 5.
What the hell happened with the Texas Tech game? They are a dog. Huh.
3-point dog.
Missed that. Thought they were the 3-point favorites. That's why I didn't play it. Might be swayed to go the other way. Now let's keep it. Here we go. Blazing 5 time. I'm going to start tonight. And once again, I'm going all college because trying to bet pros is like trying to pull teeth. It's just it's too difficult at the moment. Iowa and Rutgers tonight. Rutgers is 3-0. Rutgers is at home. This line is very palatable for a big physical football team that likes to run the damn ball. The Iowa Hawkeyes out-physical the Scarlet Knights tonight and win by a field goal, and thus covering the 2.5-point spread. Give me the Iowa Hawkeyes to lead things off. Yes, our rival, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Go ahead, I can hear the vomit from here. I'm on the Hawkeyes this week. UNLV, Dan Mullen, doing some special things. They're 3-0, and yet only a 2.5-point favorite on the road against the Miami, Ohio Redhawks of the MAC. The MAC, betting-wise, has gotten off to a very tumultuous start. I love me some MAC football, but they have not played well against the spread in that entire conference. So give me UNLV to roll over the MAC team, Miami, Ohio. That's the early kickoff window on Saturday. Also in the early kickoff window Saturday, you know the color green is money.
Oh, God.
You know I'm going with the mean green of North Texas.
Here we go again.
At -2.5 versus Army. When all else fails, go back to your tried and true and trusted method, and that's follow the money. Follow the green, the mean green. Beat the Cadets. Arkansas State, the Red Wolves. Ooh! 4.5-point favorite against the Owls, who don't give a hoot about this game.
Oh, no.
Arkansas State, 4.5-point favorite over Kennesaw State out of Kennesaw, Georgia, not Kennesaw, Nebraska. Then we have Florida International, the coolest jerseys in all of college football. Their coolest jerseys are their road jerseys. They bust out the Vice jerseys against the Blue Hens of Delaware, the newcomers to college football. FIU proves that they've been around a bit in this FBS level. They're a 6.5-point favorite. They can win by more than a touchdown. Give me the Panthers to prowl on the Hens. 6.5.
Where do you come up with some of these picks?
Talk to me on Monday when I'm 5-0, baby. Talk to me Monday.
You do a lot of research, on some of these teams.
Thank you.
All right.
I take this very seriously.
So you were on the Miami of Ohio and UNLV game?
Yes, with the Rebels.
we're going to get to the IT guy. We got to bring him on Friday so he can do this show.
Yeah, I'd like to hear his method behind the madness.
So he has sent me his picks. He is also on the Miami of Ohio and UNLV game. But the IT guy, he is going to take Miami of Ohio over UNLV in that ball game.
One of us is wrong.
Yeah. So he's on Miami of Ohio. He's also on Temple, getting 24 points at Georgia Tech. He's also on Tulane, getting 12.5 points at Mississippi. Then he's got 2 games in the NFL. He's got the Denver Broncos getting 3.5 points at the Los Angeles Chargers. And he's on the Cleveland Browns.
That's disgusting.
He's on the Cleveland Browns getting 8.5 points at home against the Green Bay Packers.
What's with you guys and dogs?
Yeah, him and I are, I got 5 dogs. You've got 5 favorites. As I flash these up on our video screen, those of you watching us with the video aspect this morning, there are the Blazing 5 picks. Yeah, get your camera out, and you can just take a picture of those and have those handy for you this weekend. I am on Texas Tech, North Carolina State, Houston, Cincinnati, and Arizona, all dogs. IT guy is on Tulane, Temple, Miami of Ohio, Denver, and Cleveland, all dogs. And Tyson's got an all-college favorite lineup this week. Iowa, UNLV, North Texas, Arkansas State, and Florida International.
Mm-hmm.
You know how much trouble I have trying to find scores for some of these games?
Really?
Well, you got to scroll down.
No.
You got to search for them.
You're doing it wrong.
I don't know what conference they're in.
You're doing it all wrong. What you go to your sports app, and then you star the games so that your sports app gives you notification about all these games. You don't have to do any work. You've been scrolling?
Yeah, I scroll.
How many years have you been doing this?
Yeah, but I don't want those games to be interrupting my broadcast on Saturday.
They're not going to interrupt. It's just going to flash the score.
Yeah, I got it on my watch, and it tweets, and it bangs, and it...
And?
No, I'll just scroll.
Whoa.
I'm still old method.
You pin your games to the top so you don't have to. I got to teach you a few tricks. Because that's sad.
That I have to scroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then I can check out everything else that's going on.
And then you don't have to, get all of the notifications. I mean, they give you, game start, final score, close game alert options. So if you just want the final score, just click final score. And it's not going to alert you until the game goes final. Dude,
You need to
give me your phone.
No, you're not having my phone.
We're bringing you into 2025.
No, you're not taking my phone. I'm not giving up my phone to you.
I'm fixing this problem.
Oh, jeez. Okay,
that's an issue. Anyways.
The Blazing 5 picks are in the books. Again, as far as the Survivor is concerned, I had Buffalo last night. Winner, chicken dinner. Moved me into round number 4 of Survivor. You're on Indianapolis for the weekend, so that pretty well takes care of our picks for the weekend. One final word from head coach Matt Rule as the Huskers get ready to play Michigan tomorrow. I see Michigan is now a 2-point favorite over Nebraska. We thought
it's been fluctuating.
Yeah, 1.5.
It was 2.5. It got down to 1.5 last night. Are we back up to 2 today?
Yeah, I saw that this morning. 2-point favorite for Michigan. We thought it might get down to pick at 1 point, but it hasn't yet. I almost put the Nebraska-Michigan game into my Blazing 5 this week. But at the last second, it got replaced by another game.
We have our score prediction, by the way, coming up at the end of the show, too. So go ahead and start dropping in some Husker score predictions. Mine's already locked and ready to roll. Shaner and I have been pretty close to handicapping Nebraska football the last 2 weeks, although we've been wrong the last 2 weeks. But actually, no.
You've been pretty close.
Last week I was pretty
really
dead on.
Close. Yeah. Yeah, leave us your Nebraska predictions on our social media sites here as we get you through the hour. Anyway, head coach Matt Rule said he's excited to be getting back to Big Ten play.
We very much never want to make one game bigger than the other in terms of the football part of it, but in terms of, as I've said a couple times, like bringing excitement to Lincoln and having people be excited. I mean, like last year's Colorado game to me was an iconic moment that I hope, someday my kids are talking about. Remember that time? Being at Wisconsin last year, beating them for the first time, and we were going to go to a bowl game. That was an amazing moment for so many people. I can't tell you how many people for the first 2 years I was here talked about students. Coach, I came back for another year. I just want to go to a bowl game, please. I don't care where it is. Just get us to a bowl game. So you want to, from the global perspective, as you represent the university in the ways in which you do, certainly we don't represent them academically, but when people turn on the brand, I want them to see excitement. I want them to see an amazing fan base. I want them to see a rocking stadium. I want them to see a state united behind a team. And those are all the things that we have. I want them to see elite facilities, elite players. And then I want you to see a football team that plays the game the right way. So I don't want to minimize the excitement of having a ranked team come here for the first game. I don't want to minimize the excitement. I mean, I'm excited about it. Like, this is why you came to Nebraska, to play these games, Last week was fun, and for a lot of guys, that was they don't get a chance to play very often, but they work really hard. That was their chance to play. That's why we were so locked in at halftime. Those weren't we released a couple speeches, and I just got asked about it on the TV show. Those weren't pre-games; those were halftimes because we wanted to get everyone in the game, and so that was important. But now this is why you came to Nebraska, and we had a vision of being a program that would be relevant nationally, not for our history only, but for what we're doing right now, and so. Through 3 games we are, we'll see, you got to play. But I'm excited, I'm excited to play in the Big Ten, but I'll be just as excited 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now. I just personally believe at the University of Nebraska, every game is a big game because we're playing in it. And as soon as we all have that mindset in the locker room and in the building, then we'll be awesome. There's a lot of weeks you guys ask me a lot about us. There's all the weeks you guys ask me about the opponent. I'm focused on us. I can't control them. They're an excellent team. They're great coaches, but I want our guys locked in and ready to go. I know our fans are going to be locked in and ready to go. I know you guys are going to be locked in and ready to go. I'll be locked in. It's an epic day, national TV. And, even just for the university, think about how many students all across the country are going to turn that game on and see us play and see our student section and see what's happening here. I mean, kids want to go to schools where there's something exciting going on. I remember the year I was looking at this job. I remember turning on the Wisconsin game and being like, it was kind of stoic. It was kind of staid, and I was like, all right, well, now, that wasn't Colorado. That wasn't last week, and it's not going to be on Saturday. So all that doesn't matter if you don't play well, though. So I'll just focus on the football, but the guys, by the way that they've worked, have enabled us to have this moment, so I'm excited for it.
All right, the Huskers and Michigan, 2:30 starting time. Tomorrow it's Memorial Stadium in Lincoln. Yeah, we need a raucous crowd tomorrow, much like you mentioned, the Colorado game. Mm-hmm. And that's going to help the team a little bit. Huskers haven't beaten a ranked opponent, what did they say earlier, since 2016. Jesus. God, that's almost 9 years. 9 years since we've beaten a ranked opponent. And the Huskers and Michigan going tomorrow at Memorial Stadium.
Is that Michigan State in 2016?
No, that was Oregon. We beat Oregon in 2016.
Jesus.
They were number 22 at the time.
We beat Oregon?
Yeah. 2016.
Seems like so long ago.
Yeah. So long ago we don't even remember. So we'll have our predictions coming up here very soon. Also, another thing that happened yesterday in Lincoln, there's now a statue of John Cook, a bronze statue of John Cook outside the Bob Devaney Sports Center, John Cook Arena. Mm-hmm. They unveiled that yesterday. Their current head coach for Nebraska, Danny Bus Boom Kelly, talked about the statue yesterday when it was unveiled.
It's an amazing statue, amazing day for the sport. This has got to be the first volleyball coach that gets a bronze statue in the world, maybe. So So just a big day for our sport, but more importantly for the state of Nebraska and our program. Just, again, honoring John and what he's done for Nebraska. It just means a lot to all of us that are still reaping the benefits of all the work that he put in.
And what's this statue mean for the volleyball community?
First and foremost, I think it says, like, we love volleyball. This is important to us, and we don't want to forget our past. I think there's a Bob Devaney statue and a Tom Osborne statue, now a John Cook. So putting him in the pedestal with two of the greatest football coaches ever, it's a pretty big deal to have volleyball be a part of that. And then just for, students coming in, it's just like, this is going to be a great place to watch a game and to be a part of a community that, you can have fun and just celebrate this athletic department.
All right, that's Nebraska volleyball coach Danny Busboom Kelly at the unveiling of the bronze statue in front of the Bob Devaney Sports Center, John Cook Arena, as John finally is in bronze. Doesn't have his cowboy hat on, though.
Had to have the cowboy hat.
Does it have one on there?
Yeah.
I guess I haven't seen the official.
Yeah, it's got a cowboy hat, brother.
I saw it with a
fully equipped.
Oh, I guess I saw it with the red blanket still over it before the unveiling.
Yeah, that's not going to help you know what
the
it looks like.
Well, when I go to the Bob Devaney Sports Center, John Cook Arena, I'll head out there and get my picture taken.
Yep, no cowboy hat.
So that's what's going on in Lincoln. 7:51, waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. Huddle up on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
Taking a look at a couple events over the weekend here in the Hastings community, the Special Olympics World's Largest Truck Convoy occurring this Saturday. Semi-trucks arriving this afternoon on the Adams County Fairgrounds campus. There will be kickball with athletes, truck drivers, and law enforcement officers. Food and music starting at 5:30 on Friday for all participants of the convoy, and it is open to the public. The opening ceremony for the convoy taking place at 9 a.m. tomorrow, followed by the participants and drivers rolling out promptly at 10 a.m. Convoy travels south on Highway 281 from the fairgrounds to Highway 74. Following the conclusion of the convoy, participants, family, and the public are invited to remain for lunch, an awards ceremony, and an auction. And also, you can take off this Saturday, literally, for the 5K on the runway at the Hastings Airport. It's coordinated by Hastings Parks and Rec Department and benefits the Hastings Airport Association. The unique event will give runners an up-close look at our local airport, all while having fun and supporting a great organization. The event begins at 8 a.m. and is scheduled to run until about 9:30. 5K on the runway, world's largest truck convoy, all happening this weekend here in Hastings. 7:53, back over to you, Mike. What's going down in sports?
Well, the Hastings College football team will play Waldorf tomorrow at Lloyd Wilson Field. The Broncos are 1-2 on the season after dropping a 20-16 decision to Briar Cliff last week. The Warriors are 0-3 after losing to Midland 53-0. Waldorf has been outscored 128-10 so far this season. Kickoff will be at 1. Pigskin Preview begins at noon tomorrow on Extreme Sports. Hastings College volleyball team will entertain Midland tomorrow at Lynn Farrell Arena. First serve will be at 4:30. We'll have the match on Extreme Sports 2 beginning at 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. The Hastings soccer teams will play at Morningside tomorrow. Men's game is at 5:30. The women will be at 8. The Nebraska Kearney volleyball team beat Truman State last night, 25-15, 25-20, 25-17. The Lopers are now 10-0 and will play at Illinois Springfield tonight. The football team will host Emporia State tomorrow. Kickoff will be at noon. High school football from last night. Grand Island Central Catholic over Superior, 50-0. Central City blanked Nebraska City, 53-0. Tonight, Hastings High plays at Lincoln Northwest. St. Cecilia will battle Bishop Newman. out of Duncan Field. And Adams Central will play host to Holdridge. We'll have the Patriots game for you tonight on Extreme Sports, beginning with the pregame show at about 6:40. Sandy Creek will be looking to improve to 3-1 tonight. Well, they play host to Tri-County. Kickoff will be at 7. We'll have coverage on Extreme Sports 2, beginning with the pregame show at 6:45. High school volleyball from yesterday. Adams Central beat Grand Island Central Catholic in 3 games. The Patriots are now 8-1. High school softball from yesterday. Crete beat Adams Central 15-2. The Patriots are now 5-12. St. Cecilia knocked out Polk County and Fillmore Central in the St. Cecilia Triangular. The Hawkettes are now 15-4. Seattle over the Kansas City Royals 2-0 last night. Kansas City will play Toronto tonight at Kauffman Stadium beginning at 6:40. NFL stuff from last night. Buffalo beat the Miami Dolphins 31-21. That's a check in your sports headlines coming up on 7:56 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
Friday brings a chance of rain in the afternoon and evening. Other than that, mostly sunny skies and a high of 72 until then. 56 and a few more lingering showers and thunderstorms overnight tonight. On Saturday, 76 with partly sunny skies, light winds as well. About the same if you're heading to Lincoln for the Nebraska-Michigan game. 58 Saturday night with a chance of a few lingering showers and storms. Then on Sunday, mostly sunny, a high of 79 and 80 on Monday. That's a check of your forecast. Have a good weekend.
As you wake up, get going this morning, west winds at 5 miles per hour. It is clear. It is 52 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
At Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center in Hastings, you can now experience the Balancer Pro lymphatic system, a relaxing, touchless treatment that works while you simply sit back. Using the principles of manual lymphatic drainage, it helps flush out swelling, reduce toxins, ease muscle soreness, and promote total body wellness. Whether you're recovering from surgery, looking to contour and tone, aiming for weight loss, or just wanting to feel lighter and more energized, the Balancer Pro lymphatic system delivers results you can feel immediately. Perfect for athletes, post-op recovery, detox, or anyone who just wants to look and feel their best, because it's for everybody with a body. Come try it today at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the advanced funeral planning specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Volland Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Tom.
All right, Mike Wildenstein or Vronick with you as Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports. Several comments rolling in. The cowboy hat that you were discussing on the statue is not part of the statue.
It's temporary, apparently. Oh, well.
Somebody just threw a hat on the statue?
I guess.
Yeah, so evidently the cowboy hat is not part of the statue. It was just there yesterday.
I did not notice that it was temporary.
It tricked you.
It did.
It tricked you. So
trickeration.
All right, we'll have high school football tonight. Coming up, we've got Adams Central and Holdridge beginning at 6:40 tonight from the Patriots field. We'll also have coverage of the Sandy Creek game with Tri-County. That's going to be over on Extreme Sports 2 tonight. You'll have that one beginning at 6:45 tonight. From the creek. You're heading to the creek.
The hill.
The hill.
It's the hill.
Heading to Sandy Creek. Of course, you got on a run last year. It took them to the state championship, so they're hoping you'll do the same thing this year.
Let's recreate some magic tonight.
It'll be the first of 3 regular season games that we'll be doing for Sandy Creek here in the next several weeks. So I know we got a lot of fans down there at Fairfield area. You can listen to Sandy Creek on the air tonight on Extreme Sports 2 as the Cougars take on Tri-County. Normally this time of the week we drop our Husker football predictions after hearing all the stories from the week. We'll cap her off. Huskers taking on Michigan tomorrow. Again, we haven't beaten a ranked opponent since 2016. We're playing a ranked opponent tomorrow in 21st ranked Michigan. Yeah, I've said all week that I like Nebraska's chances in this game. I don't want to jinx them, but I like Nebraska's chances. You and I both thought this was a 50-50 game when we discussed the prospects in this game during the offseason. As we inch closer to game time, I like the Huskers in this game tomorrow. I think we're going to be at home. I think the crowd is going to be raucous. I think it'll be hopefully as good as it was against the Colorado when we pulled one off. I like the Huskers tomorrow to win. Win straight up. I'm going to take Nebraska to beat Michigan tomorrow 23-21.
Unders for you. Unders on the over-under line for Mike Will. Shaner, the IT guy, he chimes in with his Husker football prediction. 27-21 Nebraska. If you can't have multiple predictions. No. Get a prediction of integrity, Shaner. 27-21 Nebraska if they don't turn the ball over. 28-24 Michigan if Nebraska's defense plays poor. Go out on a limb and make a prediction.
Yeah, he sounds like he's on the fence.
You can't be on the fence. So Shaner's on the fence. You're on Nebraska. And that only leaves one place for this game that's quite literally a coin flip for me to go.
Oh, no.
Nebraska has yet to face an opponent with the kind of defensive strength that Michigan has, period. Our 2 wins, while we have looked good offensively and things have clicked, have been against irrelevant and inferior opponents. I do expect a relatively close game like you and Shaner both have, with Nebraska keeping it within reach, but man, I have seen this movie before. I've lived this movie the last 20 years. You get the buildup of excitement and everybody rushing towards their TVs because Nebraska football is back, baby. And while I do believe that we are miles ahead of where we were just a year ago, I do anticipate more Husker heartbreak.
Oh, no.
Michigan pulling away late.
Oh, no.
Thanks to their rushing attack and defensive pressure. Nebraska with the football with an opportunity to take it to OT. And then the mistake bug.
Oh, no.
Michigan 28. Nebraska 21. I've seen this script. I've been a part of this movie. It's been a sequel that's left vomit in my mouth for the last 20 years.
It's time for a new movie.
I don't see it ejecting anytime soon.
Yeah, it's time for a new movie. Roll the projectors.
Same, different verse, same as the first. Our struggles with ranked opponents on national TV with all the eyeballs ready for the change, and we fall short.
Donnie Downer. That's you. Donnie Downer.
I will be ecstatic to eat my words on Monday. I will be ecstatic. And I wouldn't be surprised if I do. But I'm not throwing a prediction down that says, and for what it's worth, I had this game squarely as a loss in the offseason. This week I've been leaning more 50-50, and then when it came time to put my score prediction down, I leaned back to where I was originally saying, here are my original expectations for this team. That shouldn't deviate.
I want you to lift up your cup right now.
Just because I've been drinking the Roulade.
I want you to lift up your cup right now.
It's empty.
And pour out the Roulade.
It's empty.
Pour it out. Pour it out. It's empty?
It's empty. There's no more Roulade in here.
That's why.
Hello, Roulade.
That's why you took Michigan. You weren't drinking the Roulade this morning. I want you to go in your refrigerator and pull out your big old jug of Roulade.
Way too early for that.
And pour it down the drain. Pour it down the drain. So you're on Michigan.
Yep.
I'm on Nebraska.
Yep.
IT guy, he's on Nebraska.
And Michigan.
If they don't turn the ball over.
Which is the weirdest. That's the weirdest.
That's the weirdest prediction I've ever seen.
Yep.
He's on Michigan if Nebraska's run defense plays poor. They got a running quarterback. We didn't necessarily contain the running quarterback against Cincinnati.
No.
This guy's a lot better.
Got a bad feeling.
This guy could go off for 200 yards rushing by himself.
I mean, it's going to be a Big Ten football game. It's going to be defensive. It's going to be a lot of ground and pound. Clock's going to move. Scores are going to be, and that's the other thing. Scores are going to be at a premium. And Dane has been talking about it, man. We get inside the 10-yard line and we can't punch the ball in the end zone, and there's no excuse for that. Our struggles in the red zone
can't be around this weekend.
Can't be around.
Nope.
So, if we play perfect football, we'll win the game. If we execute the necessary plays, the third down plays, if we execute on the momentum-changing moments in a football game, and maybe you put a little pressure on Underwood and you make him uncomfortable and you lay his ass on the ground a couple times, make him know he's in a football game, and get that freshman rattled, we got a chance. But we got to play perfect. Every play, every snap. You got to play perfect if you're on the sideline. You got to be ready to go. You got to be locked in. This is a game that's going to take 100% energy, 100% efficiency, and 10,000% attitude. And I just don't think we can rise up at this point in the season.
The water boy has even got to execute.
You got to execute.
You know what I think the key is?
Run the damn ball.
Somebody's got to run the damn ball. Michigan is one of the best rushing teams in the country.
They're going to run the damn ball, and if we can't stop it, it could be a long afternoon.
All right, let's get out of here for the week. Again, we got high school football tonight, Adams Central and Holdridge on Extreme Sports. We've got Sandy Creek and Tri-County on Extreme Sports 2. Beginning at 6:45 tonight with a kickoff in both games at 7. We'll have Hastings College football and volleyball tomorrow. If you'd like to listen to the predictions again, our comments from Danny Busboom Kelly and from Matt Rule, you can go to our podcast section, download the podcast, and listen to the show anytime at your convenience here throughout the day. Thanks for joining us on Extreme Sports this week. Another interesting week. We'll do it all again Monday morning at 7. Hopefully we got something to cheer about. So go Huskers, go Broncos for the weekend. We'll see you again on Monday.
You've been